Welcome to SEPAM. Today we are going to be learning how to calculate the time of flight of a projectile. So let's look at this. If we have an object that is fired from a point with an angle of 30 degrees to the ground, this angle is called the angle of projection, 30 degrees. So we're going to fire an object with initial velocity of 20 meters per second. So let's fire it. Wow. So how long did it take to land after it is being fired? So that duration is known as the time of flight. So let's go. The time of flight can be calculated using the formula 2 times the initial velocity multiplied by the sine of the angle of projection divided by the strength of gravity in the location where the measurement is being taken. So time of flight is equal to 2u sine theta over g. An object that is flying through the air that is acted upon by only two forces, which are the force of gravity and the force of air resistance, is called a projectile. So we want to see the time of flight of a projectile. So with this first animation, we'll be able to measure the time of flight. We have the timer, we have the cannonball gun, and then we have, so we're going to measure the initial velocity of the fired cannonball bullet, which is 20 meters per second. Then we have the angle of projection, theta, 30 degrees. And then we have the target is about over 34 meters away. So let's fire it and see how long does it take for it to fly. Count down, let's fire. 3, 2, 1, 0. Wow. So how long did it take? 2 seconds. That is the time of flight. So we have these 3 parameters: the initial velocity, 20 meters per second, the angle of projection, 30 degrees. So you can vary this angle. So you can vary it, but we are using 30 degrees. Then we have the range, which is 34.64 meters. Then how long did it take for the cannonball to fly? Let's fire it again. Count down. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Wow. That is 2 seconds, the time of flight. But next, we are going to use calculation to find the time of flight. So we want to calculate the time of flight, which we have measured from the previous experiment. A cannonball fired with initial speed of 20 meters per second at the angle of 30 degrees to the ground. Calculate the time of flight for the cannonball bullet, taking g as 10 meters per second. So use your formula. Time of flight is equal to 2u sine theta over g. So substituting, we have u is 20 meters per second, which is the initial speed. Then the angle of projection 30. Then g is 10 as given in the question. So if you simplify that, 10 can divide 20 to give me 2. So we have 2 multiplied by sine 30, which is half, 0.5. That gave me 2 seconds. So with this, we'll be able to verify the time of flight. Your turn question. A cannonball is fired with initial speed of 50 meters at the angle of 60 degrees to the ground. Calculate the time of flight of the bullet. Take g as 10. Action points. If you understand the example discussed above by Mr. Matthew, work out this your turn question and type your answer in the comment section of this video. I will get back to you to give you, so let's discuss it online and see the first person to give me the answer. Thank you for viewing. The next video on this series will be using the time of flight to get the velocity of projection of a projectile. Kindly like, share and subscribe to Super